Hi everyone, it's Sarah from the ComicCon team, and today we are chatting to Adam Prevo'st from the Easy Gaming Group. Hi Adam.
Hi guys.
How are you doing?
How are you? I'm cold. I'm annoyed with lockdown. I would rather have it over with now so we can carry on with our lives. Other than that, all good, man. Good to see familiar faces again for a change.
Yeah, no, it's actually quite nice, although I miss that personal interaction.
Yeah, no, this technology nonsense is just horrible.
Yeah, but we got to get used to it. It's the way of events and everything moving forward.
It seems that way, yeah.
Yeah, so, oh well, got no choice other than to just accept it and go with it now.
That's true, yeah.
Okay, so tell me a little bit about the Easy Gaming Group, how you got started, everything like that.
The whole shebang then, so we're going to start off with that. Sure. January 2019, we got together a little group of players and decided let's put together some tournaments for fun. And I don't know, man, just like a month later, this thing just exploded into something crazy. Last night we ended our 8th major tournament.
Yeah.
I'm completely broke now because I had to pay a lot of people, but it's okay. It was all over all the social media platforms. We had commentators and all of that. A lot of fun, man. Hell of a lot of fun. The whole digital aspect is great. But
I checked in.
People.
Yeah, I checked in on the clip and it was quite entertaining. I enjoyed the commentary. Lots of fun.
Yeah, no, I always call them a bunch of Muppets, which they are. But very cool guys. Very close-knit community as well that we have going there.
Yeah, that's what I've noticed. That's the one thing I love about the Magic fans. You guys all seem to have created this, almost like this family, which is amazing.
That is actually what it is. It feels to me like it's a little family of degenerate Magic playing nerds, I guess.
No, I love that. So let's get into some of the questions so that everyone can start to hear more about you and also about Magic moving into the digital world. So first, let's start off with a nice, easy one. Do you prefer Magic the Gathering in person or playing online?
You're putting me on the spot there now with that question because I can't choose either or, but I guess I'm allowed to have my own personal opinions on things.
Mm-hmm.
I'm always going to go to the in-person version of this game because of the interaction that you get along with other players. As I said on previous interviews, it's hearing the laughter of somebody on one side and seeing the excitement of another guy on another side of the room. That's always going to be my preferred platform of this game. However, the online version of it, it's really starting to go somewhere great now with all the little things that they're including into the game now. Every month there's a new update. They've got some different formats of the game coming in on that too. So we'll see where that goes. But yeah, to answer the question, in person is always going to be my favorite.
Okay, that's interesting. I can't lie. Watching everyone play at ComicCon last year, it's just that vibe that you get inside that hall with all the people playing together, and
yeah,
it's just
exactly amazing. I miss that, man.
Soon. So, how do you think the Magic fans feel about Magic moving onto the whole digital platform? Is it going down well? What are people's thoughts?
A lot of people don't really like it. Again, with the whole in-person, they prefer the in-person aspect of it. But now with the times that we're facing, I've actually noticed a lot of those players are coming in towards this platform just to be able to play the game. And the opportunities that we give them to be able to talk to their friends online via Discord or watch the videos and join in on the chats within our community groups as well. I'm seeing a lot of those people or those players that said that they won't do it, stepping into this now. I'm guessing it's just like just to get the game back in their lives, because there's no other way for them to play right now.
Yeah. And do you think for some of them, playing online will become more permanent, or do you think it's just for now so that they can continue playing and then move back to the traditional?
That's a tough one. I don't know. There is a lot of the guys that have recently joined us. I think we're sitting on like 500 members in our little community now. There is a lot of them that joined in now saying that they really enjoy this platform and the little community that we have built. But I suspect that when we are allowed to actually play in person again, we will lose those players, which is fine. You know, it's for the community regardless. It's not that we prefer this or that. So if they do happen to disappear, it's all good. They're always welcome back.
So how many players did you have online before lockdown?
Before lockdown, we were sitting on about 370 odd. We call it 375 just to be safe on the number.
Okay, wow. So it's been an increase of just over 100 people then?
Yeah, I call it about 100, yeah, more or less.
Okay, sure. That's quite cool to see that it's still happening and that the family's still getting together.
Yeah. We actually had, we did a little charity event for one of the gaming stores recently that we had a 13-year-old joining our ranks. I don't know if you remember from ComicCon, young master Rashawn that ended up winning that one.
Yes.
He's no longer the youngest in the group. I'm sorry, Rashawn, if you're going to hear this. You're no longer the favorite. And yeah, young Joshua, 13 years old, and he actually did very well in that tournament. Very proud of that kid for doing that. I think he came out of the 39 that we had for that one. He came, I think, about 20th out of that, which is pretty good for a young guy stepping in.
Sure. Well done, and happy to see the younger fans getting involved and playing more. Do you think?
Definitely.
Do you think our fans are like? What's the main age group of the fans that are now joining and playing?
It's vast. We've got guys in their 60s. Like I said, now Joshua being 13, we've got a couple of teenagers. We'd actually like more teenagers to join because that is the future of the game. And more ladies as well. I mean, the ladies need to get involved in this, really, because it's dumb with just a bunch of dudes playing this thing. Come on.
I'm sure it'll get there. It definitely will. I can see that. I can definitely see the females growing within the Magic community. I know I'm just getting into it, so I've only been around for a year, but even I'm finding it more and more interesting. So hopefully I'll be playing with you online sometime soon. Although
good stuff, always welcome.
Completely beating me.
No, man, I'm useless. I'm like really, really bad. There's constant teasing of me within our community group of how bad I am at this game, but it's fine. It's fine. We've got to learn somewhere, you know.
So tell me more about the international hosting platform that you've recently started managing for Magic.
Yeah, it's called MTPG Melee, created by one of the professionals and Hall of Famers for Magic the Gathering International, Brad Nelson. And we have been accepted to host on that platform, being the only South African company to be able to do that on that platform currently. I'm pretty sure that a lot more would be able to go through on that, but as it is, Easy Gaming Group is the only one. Very, very proud of that. We
well
are
done.
testing. Thanks, man. We are testing out little random tournaments every Friday with 24 players, just to see how the function works of this platform, to see if we can actually step it up into the bigger events, like the bi-monthly events that we host, the bigger ones.
Okay, and the group that you're testing with, is it all locals or are they across the globe?
No, we strictly stick to only South Africans within our group. It's for our own little community. Sorry, guys that are overseas, but yeah, we want South Africans only. I mean, if you were born in South Africa and you stay overseas, we've got a couple from England, we've got a few from America, we've got a couple from Mauritius actually, which is kind of cool. And then the very small mining towns, which isn't technically South Africa, we have a couple of them. Sorry, everyone. Sorry.
I know that's cool. So it's definitely growing. And when do you think testing is going to stop and you're going to go live?
I think from about beginning August, we busy, my team and myself are busy planning for the next big one during August. So
Amazing.
as soon as we're happy with this platform, then we'll definitely step into that. I recently participated in an international tournament called the Red Bull Untapped Series, which was amazing. It was one of the best experiences that I've had throughout this whole little journey, I guess. But and through that, we actually got involved with this online hosting platform, International. And I saw what they did there is that instead of the 2-week thing that we're currently doing, they actually hosted over one whole weekend.
Okay.
Where you get, I think it was something like 4,000 people on day one, and then it cut down to 128 on day two. So we want to try in August to have at least a 500-man tournament, South African tournament, and then cut to like 128.
Oh wow!
So it
well,
will
I
be,
look forward to that.
8 rounds, so like 8 hours on the Saturday, and then Sunday it will go over to the next. Yeah.
Sure.
That's the plans anyway.
Sounds impressive. I'm excited to see that go live, and definitely I'm going to keep an eye and get our team to keep an eye on what's happening there and follow it through the weekend.
Definitely, you guys must know. We will be on all of the platforms as well. We are busy with some other streaming platforms too that we kind of tested out yesterday. So we'll move forward and make it bigger and better and see where it goes.
Oh, that's amazing. I can't wait to share that information with all of our fans. And then I wanted to find out from you, how do you think Magic the Gathering joining esports is going to be huge, like the Telkom games that we have at ComicCon? Do you think Magic's going to get to that point?
That's the goal. We definitely want to have a seat at the table with the guys of BS Gaming and the other big ones that I can't think of now. Dylan, Michael as the names of them. But we definitely want to jump in with, get a seat at that table because, like I said about our community, it's a very close-knit community, like family, and I think we did actually deserve to have a seat at that table for all of the hard work that we've all put in, not just myself and the team, but all of us. If we can get a seat at that table, that would be great. I mean, it's not going to happen overnight, but somewhere in the near future, within the next 5 years, I'd like to have a tournament for about R1 million for first, and that is definitely in the plan.
That would be epic. And are you getting any support from Wizards assisting you with the planning and prize support and those types of things?
Wizards are unfortunately not supporting the South African scene at all. That hasn't been for a long time, which I have personally taken on myself to try get that back into the country. Okay. It's difficult. Our player base isn't as large as what the American player base is or the British player base. But the amount of players and quality players that we do have can definitely sit on par with the guys from overseas. Again, in this Red Bull tournament, the guy that played in the final last night, Jason Ward, ended up in the top 128 of that Red Bull tournament. So there definitely is talent. Definitely is talent out there for us to be seen on that international stage.
Yeah, so
not myself, like I said, I'm horrible, but I'll just be in the background organizing this stuff for them.
So with all your planning going right and all the hard work that you and your team are putting into it, hopefully we can see Wizards joining and helping you grow it.
Definitely, that would be great. We do have a lot of sponsors with the retail stores. Unfortunately, not for this one because times have been tough and with businesses having to temporarily close. But moving to the future, there has been a lot of interest via sponsorship for up-and-coming companies.
Oh, that's great. Are you finding the traditional sponsors or are you getting some new ones involved?
There are a few new ones getting involved. Previously, we worked with MSC Cruises, and they seem to be very interested in getting involved with us again as soon as everything goes to normal, of course.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay, so next. Is Magic the Gathering still staying true to the traditional format, or is it changing slightly and adapting?
In the current time, it seems like it's adapting to the online side, but the traditional side will always be there. There is a few concerns that has been raised in this week with one of the major international companies that unfortunately closed or is going to close, Channel Fireball. And that started raising concerns about the paper side or the physical side of this game. But we will have to see once all of this is done. I don't think that the traditional format would necessarily die out. It will just get smaller, but then just grow again, as it's always done for the past, 25 years, or what this game's been.
Yo,
being a collectible game, myself being a collector of these cards too, it's always going to be there. You're always going to want these cards. Kind of like, we call it cardboard crack. So you're always gonna want these cards. I mean, we're busy now with the pre-release. The stores are actually open for their pre-releases and a new set that has come out. So there are a lot of online sales happening regarding that. So the stores are still being supported by the players, regardless of the online side.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, I was gonna say, how are the stores coping at the moment? Because I know quite a few places didn't have online stores, but they've all had to sort of band together and create websites to make sure that their stuff, they can still sell everything. So
Yeah.
you think sales have increased or sort of just stayed the same at the moment?
I think it's more or less the same, maybe a little bit lower, but every time a new set comes out or expansion pack for this game, I think the sales actually explode for the stores. So that's always going to be there, like I said before. We'll just have to see once all of this is done. I have been trying to assist a lot of the stores as well, hosting charity events for them to be able to pay their rent and support their staff. I'm busy now with the Cape Town store, Lakshak, that we're busy with registration for one of their tournaments to see where we can assist on that as well.
Oh, that's great. So what do you think the long-term effect of Magic Arena will have on the traditional way of playing?
Long-term, again, with the Channel Fireball that might be closing down, the long-term effect will hurt the industry. But like I said as well, it's just gonna pick up again. It's not something that's gonna die out altogether. You get your slumps in business regardless. But the traditional way is always going to be top of people's priority. The online is just basically for fun for a lot of these guys. Have some fun with mates and laugh at them, I guess.
So then I wanted to find out, I've got a question just from my side. As a complete beginner that doesn't understand much just yet, when the physical cards that you're buying, do they have a code or something on them so that you can transfer them and have them on your online deck as well?
No, they do give you, they call it arena codes with every set or sometimes packs that you get when you participate in your Friday events at your stores or your Saturday events for that matter. You'll get a pack and it's got an online code where you can have between like 3 and 6 boosters or something like that. And then that obviously goes over. It's not necessarily the same cards that you get online, the same that you're getting in your standard paper play, but you do get something for online. It seems like Wizards is actually trying to move on more to the digital platform.
Okay, so people are having to buy the traditional cards as well, and they're having to pay for cards online.
That's it, yeah. It's an expensive hobby, but it's a fun hobby at the same time.
And then finding your uncommon cards and everything like that, is it the same chances as the actual cards?
The commons and uncommons are always easier to get a hold of. It's the rares and mythics. especially the pricey ones that are very, very difficult to get hold of, especially with the market being what it is currently. The market is currently tanking. That prices of these cards have gone down drastically. Where previously you would buy, as an example, the Great Henge extended art foil for $100. It's gone down to something like $70 now.
Oh, wow. So now's the time to buy.
Now's the time to buy, yeah. And then it will go up and down with the new sets as well, the fluctuations. When it comes out, the prices are very high. And as soon as the set starts stabilizing and larger events happen, then they start seeing which cards get the most play, and those are the most sought after cards. I mean, everybody wants to play the deck that the pros play with. I don't necessarily agree with that, but that's a conversation for another day.
Do you have what's essentially your favorite character or card that you have to have in your deck, whether it's online or playing paper?
For the last, let's call it 3 or 4 sets, there's a character called Ashiok, Dream Render. He's unfortunately going to rotate out in a couple of months, but that's a non-stop constant within any card or any one of the decks that I build. He's a constant within that because of his abilities that he has, and I think his character in general is just kind of cool. I mean, that's why we get involved with this game, because of his character. Okay. He's very nerdy.
And then just to cap off everything, where can our viewers find you online? Which different platforms can they come and view everything, and how can they get more involved with what you're doing?
We are on all of the social media platforms: Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. Recently I got involved on because of Rashawn. Thank you. He actually showed me how to use it because I'm useless at social media. But anyway, we're on all of the relevant platforms. YouTube would be the better one to actually view what happens.
Okay.
Facebook is the easiest one to get hold of me. You can just go into our little group and I'll be under the admin section. You can just direct message me and we can take it from there. And I'll add you obviously to the relevant platforms thereafter.
Cool. And what's the Facebook group that you're saying they can find you on? What's it called?
Easy Gaming Group, MTPG.
Okay.
Currently busy with a website as well, which should be done in about a month. We can go
Great. And are all your schedules, your gaming schedules available on that group as well, so people can join and see when they can view or watch you guys play live?
Actually, you just reminded me not to do something. I need to update the description. So yes, everything is there under description. Directly after this, I will actually update that before I forget.
Awesome. Okay, well, cool, Adam. It's been amazing chatting to you. Thank you for opening my eyes, and I'm sure our fans' eyes on magic moving, well, not moving, magic, the state of magic in the digital world. Yeah, thank you so much.
That's a pleasure. Always fun.
And we'll chat to you soon.
Cheers, cheers.
Bye.
Bye.